Okay.
So wait, I'm not sure I marked this right on my sheet. Did I suffer harm?
No,
Or did
you.
No, because I resisted it,
Yeah.
right?
Um. Oh, you resisted the second one. You should have suffered level 1 harm. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Level 1 harm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
We almost forgot that.
yeah, okay.
Uh,
Well,
you,
now we know.
you can call it flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh
It's
Flesh
a scratch.
wound. So I thought about it, Justin. And I think Seagal references were the old Kristoff. The new references are burn notice references. I think that's what's gonna happen.
you're fine. All right. All right.
It's gonna be harder.
It's gonna be a little
'Cause-
harder.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like, you just have to have watched a whole bunch of burn notice like me, and you'll be fine.
Well, I haven't watched any, but I can
Well,
pull out.
that's probably the best.
I can pull out a bunch of Bruce Campbell references, which are
Oh, well, that works too.
yeah.
Although that's what I've been doing to Dennis in Stars Without Numbers, so.
It's just it's 1 degree of separation.
God damn
Um, degree. Get it?
it. I get it.
Okay. Well, let's roll into downtime. You're not at war yet,
Yeah.
so you have 2 downtime actions.
So how does the war thing work since we're like contractors?
If you get into war while you're in a gang, I mean, if you cause a war, I'll probably just start a clock that's like, what the fuck. Once again, burn notice.
Yeah. Okay.
But all the normal war rules apply, right? Like, you only get 1 downtime action, less money from scores, the hold is weakened, all that stuff. Yeah.
Is there a breaker gang out there?
They're called Bravos here in version 8.1.
No,
And yes,
whatever.
the Red Sashes are Bravos.
Okay, so get them into a war. Don't
All-
worry about downtime. Got
They're-
it.
They're already in one.
Oh, see, problem solved.
Cool. So we start with payoff. So the crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is higher tier, take +1 rep per tier higher. If the target of the score is lower tier, you get -1 rep per tier lower. Bessen's probably tier 0. So you can't go negative rep, as far as I know, but the Hive doesn't get any rep for beating up that man. Coin. You earn coin. Now there were some dead bodies you could have looted, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll throw 2 coin at you. It's not a lot. You can totally do scores just to get some coin, right? During your time contracted. I mean, that's a thing you need to do is gin up resources anyway. So, now the gang already has 3 coins in the vault for your expenditures that you might need. So I'm just going to put those 2 coins in there. Plus, they have a vault, so they can hold up to 8.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can take that distributed as you want.
Well, we're probably gonna have to hire a bunch of doctors, so willing to bet that's where most of the money's going.
yeah. Thanks.
And then we do heat. After a score or conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. Add +1 heat for a high-profile or well-connected target. No. Add +1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. Yes. The Hive is hostile with the Crows, and you are in Crow territory. Add +1 heat if you're at war. You're not. Add +2 heat if killing was involved. Okay, so we're at 3. And then we do the extra heat. 0 heat is smooth and quiet, low exposure. 2 heat is contained for standard exposure. 4 heat is for loud and chaotic, for high exposure. And 6 heat for wild, devastating exposure. Now, I don't think you guys blew up a whole building, right? But this was loud and chaotic, right? This got dirty.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you take 7 heat total. Oh, you already gave me 3 heat. Holy shit. Okay, so there's a wanted level.
Yo, Justin, the stream. Break screen. Still on the stream.
Yeah, there's like a huge delay. I need to fix that. I'm not gonna...
Okay.
There's like a 3-minute delay or something. I need to figure out how to reduce that. I thought it would be shorter by default. No, actually I'm wrong. The break screen is still up. Never mind, Rama. You were right and I was wrong. I'm man enough to admit that.
What's Dennis? Thanks, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis. I'm gonna kill his character. But the heat came just in time. Actually, that was kind of okay for you. I mean, the wanted level's never okay, but we get Dan the prison pervert and we're fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking Dan.
But what we need to roll is entanglement. And since you rolled over the heat, you guys are at... we're only rolling on the 2, right? Because it's wanted level plus heat. You have 1 wanted level, 1 heat. So it's the least entanglement. I mean, it's higher stakes because you have a wanted level. But who wants to roll that entanglement?
Fuck it, I'll roll it.
All right.
I mean, it kind of got us, yeah.
Yeah. You can do it as a fortune roll with just 1d6. Okay. So, cooperation. A +3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to do it or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the friendly faction. Or lose 1 status with them. If you don't have a +3 faction status, you avoid the entanglement right now. Let me check the Hive's factions. Do they have a +3? They don't. Alright, so that's some good news. You guys got some good news just now. Celebrate. If it was Unquiet Dead, oh man, damn. Ghost Gang.
Well.
Okay, so you get out of entanglement scot-free. You're okay for now. And we're ready to do downtime. Everybody has 2 by default. You can spend a coin to do an extra one. Whatever downtime action you take, you can also spend coin to increase the results. Who wants to take a downtime action?
Question.
Yep.
Healing wise, I forget. How's the how's it work?
You need this to recover. On these character sheets we have, there's still 8-part clocks, but in version 8.1, healing is just a 4-part clock.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's half as much. So check that
And
out.
it's 8 parts regardless of the harm level because it just downgrades the harm, right?
That I think that may be right. Yeah. When you
I don't know,
get
man. I own the
treatment-
book. I should read it, huh?
Yeah, you get treatment to tick your healing clock like a long-term project. When you fill the clock, each harm is reduced by 1 level. So
Well,
it's easier to complete it, but it's harder to remove it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you need is a doctor. You do need a doctor. However,
I know a guy.
Yeah. Christoph is
See.
power gaming.
Yeah, there we go.
Christoph totally knows a physiker. What?
I mean, we also have one, right? Or I guess he's a leech.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
not a
not a
doctor.
physiker.
Don't let him anywhere near your wounds.
I'll take away the excess of me.
So, Florian the Physiker. The problem is, I'm not sure what quality. to roll the Physiker at?
Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
I think, like the reason why I know him right is because he's cheap, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's bad necessarily, but I think he was like a ship's doctor for like, I don't know, whatever, merchants, leviathan hunters. I don't think that detail doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
And like he's old and kind of retired.
Okay.
So if that helps, like I don't know, maybe he's not like university trained or whatever. He's just used to stitching people up and stuff.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll start him at tier 1. I'll just put a little 1 in parentheses on him. Now, you can totally do projects to, like, spruce up his digs and stuff, and raise his tier, but, yeah, so he's tier 1, but you'll also get another one just for using a friend, so he's actually kind of tier 2.
There we go.
Yeah.
I read the book, kind of.
And of course, anybody can use that doctor now. That's kind of just you have him, right? As long as Kristoff is cool with you visiting his doctor. So it sounds like Kristoff wants to do a healing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's 2 dice. I mean, I could do devil's bargains.
So when we normally roll, when it's not like a stat, do we just...
Yeah, at the very bottom, underneath your friends, it says roll fortune.
Oh, is that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Notes. Okay. I get it. So you want me to roll that then?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
2 dice.
It is. Okay, so a 5. So on a 5, you'd fill 2 sections of your clock. You could spend coins to raise that up. So if you spent 2 coins right now, that would clear everything. That would raise it up to a 4.
I ain't got none though.
The gang has 6.
I think these guys need it more than I do.
Okay. I mean, yeah, and you can totally do another action to heal after this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now since the clock on the sheet is an 8-part clock, I mean, just fill 4 sections.
Yeah. Why can't I edit it? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bam. Piece of
Fancy.
cake. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah. You want
I
to do
need some healing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to clear some strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do I go about it?
Healing would be the exact same that Mason just did.
Yeah.
Just a fortune roll with 2 dice.
Yeah, I'll heal instead.
Okay. Doctor, give me the news.
86.
So you clear 3. If you spend 1 coin, you can clear 4 and knock that gut shot down to a 1.
I'll spend the coin.
All right. Coin is spent. And whoops. All right. And what about you, Slab?
I mean, I'm gonna heal because I don't need to indulge my vice. I mean, I don't know why guys need to indulge your vices. I've got no stress.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Oh,
don't.
so we haven't talked about this yet. So you went traumatic, and you already chose your option. So what was that option?
I've chosen unstable
Oh, good.
because that's exactly what this team needs: an unstable Skovlander with a massive Matic.
Yeah. So how do we see your instability? as you come to on the physicers table.
Probably, I imagine this tense situation is kind of like on his stomach. He's like kind of knocked out. There's a physiker there with the I forget what it's called, but the instrument to remove the bullet.
Yeah.
And at first, everyone kind of tenses. As it seems Slab is waking up, and he's gonna freak out because someone's reaching into his back and pulling a bullet out and rearranging his vertebrae.
Yeah.
But he just starts like giggling like a maniac, and says, "I tickle."
Oh, good.
Giggling. As he's got this like juxtaposition of the bloody back vertebrae and just this giggling maniac.
Oh man.
All right, and on that note, here's my healing roll.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
So same thing. If you spend a coin, we can actually progress that down to level 1 harm.
I will do that. Yes.
Yeah, and so I think the first thing he does is he's got that healing, that vitality stuff that Ghoul had, and what he's doing is he's mixing it with some powder and like forming it into a paste that's sort of whitish, and he has like put some sort of anesthetic all down your back, and splayed your back open, right? It's totally Razorhead type stuff, and he's like injecting this stuff into your spine with like a needle. It hurts horribly bad, even with the anesthetic. But he's trying to like fill in the gaps of your spine with alchemical caulking fluid. But yeah, your fractured vertebra goes down to level 1.
Right.
It's just mildly fractured now.
Yes.
Yeah. And Christoph, what's your second downtime action?
I'm gonna hunt this nerd down.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely gather information again. You have your effect. Yeah, I think it's a hunt roll.
Yeah. And can I use the informants again?
I don't think that guy knows anymore. He might know a hideout where the guy would go. Yeah, he could eliminate some possibilities. He could be like, yeah, maybe the guy's there, or these are his friends if he's there.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
But I have a devil's bargain.
Oh. What is it?
He's not with the crows. And he's not... Okay. He's not with the crows, and he's not with the bluecoats. But he is with friends who are looking out after him. He's protected.
But okay, I get you. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that.
Okay. Cool. Roll your...
Two extra then, yeah.
Yes.
What's my position? Just controlled. Eh?
Desperate.
Your position, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your position is... Well, I mean, it's gather information. Position isn't super important in downtime. But...
Yeah. Just like controlled or something.
Yeah, I think it's controlled. kind of standard. Yeah.
Okay. So I get less effect for the flesh wound, but I get +1 effect to discover the location of my target. So just standard effect.
Yes. Oh,
Two.
I'm sorry. You actually get great effect because you have increased effect.
But I have less effect from the wound, right?
There you go.
Keep me honest, Justin.
Thanks. All right. Yeah, you find out where he's gone. He's gone with a gang. They are called the Lost.
Lost.
He's at he's at their hideout. And you know a thing or two about the Lost. You've heard of these people. You see, you left the Blue Coats and you became a bounty hunter because a boy's got to eat.
Yeah.
These were former gangers, soldiers, Blue Coats. And they left also. Except they have dedicated themselves to protecting the downtrodden and the homeless and the hopeless.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they are vigilantes.
I think it's okay. They don't know my face. I think it's okay. It'll be okay. I have an idea.
Cool.
Cool.
Ghoul?
Yeah,
So-
let's indulge some vice.
So you're gonna go have a snack.
Yeah. I need some eating.
So do you just go into the restaurant and you order a special, or is there do you go into a back room or an underground room or something?
So the thing is, the attire, right? You gotta dress the part.
Yeah.
You gotta go in with your luxurious clothing, wearing white gloves. When you got the white gloves, that's when you get the special table. You know, the chef's, I don't know, private table.
Yeah.
When you can see how they cook everything.
Okay.
It's all a show.
And so what's the dish you order? I mean, is it a soup? Is it a fillet?
Yeah, some ribs. Yeah, some grilled ribs and whatever.
Do you get a full rack? Is it
Special
big?
sauce.
Get a big rack of ribs?
Yeah.
Special
And I'm pretty
sauce.
stressed.
Stop.
Now, is this just about eating the meat, or do they also put do they lace it with things? I mean, what's the culture
think
around
it's-
this?
Yeah, it's
My
more about the
question is-
entourage, right?
My
Okay.
question is, do the martinis have eyeballs in them instead of olive oils?
Of course it did. Yeah.
Good, good.
Okay. So you're eating a rack of ribs.
I think we're all wearing masks when you enter the private section.
Okay. So you don't know anybody else who does this.
No. Maybe there's, rumors who's going and whatnot, but
Yeah.
no names.
All right. So for you, that's going to be a resolve roll.
Okay. No bonus dice or anything, right? Just
No.
one.
No, not for indulging.
Damn it.
Clear 2 stress.
Okay.
And slab.
I'm probably just gonna spend my other action healing some more.
Okay. Yeah. Seems like a
Smart
good
move.
plan.
Yeah, because I do not like that wound. Right, so once again, 2 dice.
Okay, if you spend 2 coins, it'll clear it off. You'll be back in fighting form.
Hmm.
How many do we have left?
We have 4
5.
right now.
You okay with that, guys? If I take 2?
Yeah.
That would leave us with, what, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Alright, good. Then injury is removed.
There you go. Okay. Before we move on, I need to make one correction. The Hive have a piece of turf that gives them cover for their scores. And it's through the Dagger Isles consulate. They can, like, move paper, hide names, stuff like that. And you actually take -2 heat per score. So you guys should have only taken 5 heat instead of 7.
Right.
Okay.
That means we've got a new entanglement, a different entanglement rather.
Yeah. Yeah, it means your entanglement would have been different. On that 6 roll, it would have been an arrest.
Ooh. No.
Well.
So somebody will be arrested. But we're not going to do that. Well, so that they send a detail to arrest you. You can pay them off with 3 coin, or hand someone over for arrest. This clears your heat, or you try to evade capture. I wanted to bring this up so you did spend you're on the verge of spending that 2 coin, which you can do, still do, right? But before we finalize that, yeah, let's think about that. Somebody's coming to arrest you. And they're coming to arrest Ghoul, since he rolled it.
Damn it.
Now, if you go to jail, right now, you have 0 wanted level. That's not going to be a long time in jail. But it will be sometime. You will have to do... Yeah, wanted level 0 is a few weeks, or the blue coats give you a beating to teach you a lesson. Suffer level 3 harm. No resistance roll allowed. They keep going until you're injured.
I'd rather not go to jail, you know. God damn it.
Best evade rest then.
Yeah, or you can pay them off. You can give them 3 coins and just be like, yeah, whatever. There was some fighting. Or you can try to evade them, right? The arrest warrant is for Ghoul.
So how would evading work exactly?
That would probably be your next score.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would kind of overcomplicate things then. I think in that case then I want to spend the 2 coin, and it'll just be how many 4 ticks on the clock then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be half the clock.
Alright, good. And then we can pay off the blue coats.
Yeah, I guess so. Although, okay, so hold on though. I think so. If we don't evade arrest, then where we're at is, you know, we pay off the cops. You're injured, and we don't have any money. And I think we need some money in order to bankroll the rest of this, because I can't see us fighting off the vigilante squad with the three of us and a broken cutter.
So
Yeah.
if you
so-
decide to let me just say, if you decide to evade capture, that doesn't have to be your next score. That would just be an ongoing problem, right? That the blue coats are on your tail.
Okay, I see.
So whatever your next score would be, right? We would just assume the blue coats are, around the corner, and
Okay.
if you roll any kind of fail, I can introduce them.
Okay. Well, the point I still want to make, I think, is still kind of valid. If we pay them, right, we don't have any money, and we can pay them or evade arrest. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But so we either deal with the danger of the bluecoats showing up whenever we goof, or we probably have to do the next score as something to make money, which is fine. But I think we need some money to come at these dudes to get the info from that guy.
And I think that, so for example, if Slab spends the money to heal himself, and you guys do a job to make money, right? The next thing you do, and you get enough coins to pay off the blue coats, you can do it then.
Right.
Okay.
Because his wanted level is 0. They don't have a really good case. Yeah. But it would just be hanging over until you've paid them the 3 coins, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's up to you guys. I just
yeah.
pointed it out.
I kind of like having a not gimped character, so
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Okay.
I think we'll be better at resisting the blue coats if Slab can beat them to death. So
Yeah. I mean, ideally, right, we just hide from them, make some money, and pay them off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But let's be real here.
I mean, but yeah, that's a plan. The blue coats have a warrant for ghoul. Okay. All right, so we have 2 coin left. You can spend those for extra downtime actions if anybody wants to take.
Can you guys think of anything we need?
Maybe reduce heat, but
What's our heat at?
8.
Yeah, maybe reduce heat. Reducing heat's a roll, right? Like we
Yeah.
don't have to pay more.
Yeah. Well,
And it would only cost. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Well, what do you guys think?
It could be good. Wanted level you can't get rid of with a downtime action unless you find a fall guy.
Yeah. Dan the prison pervert. Yeah, so maybe we should reduce heat because as wanted level goes up, things get dicey really quickly.
yeah.
Okay. So to reduce heat, we do an action roll. So who wants to take the action? Who's helping to reduce heat?
I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess like those guys, their faces were seen a little bit more than mine, so
Yeah.
I'm also not the guy with an arrest warrant out for me, so
Also.
that part's important too.
So reducing heat is just an action roll. You tell me what you're doing to reduce heat.
I think I'm like meeting with my old beat cop pals, like the bluecoats that don't hate me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like buying them drinks and just like, yeah, no, that wasn't anything. I heard, it was just, it was just the Red Sashes and the Lampblacks going at it again. That's what just getting the beat cops off our case.
Okay. So Christoph.
Damn it, I missed it. I missed a chance. Whatever, it's fine.
Let's name one of your friends. One of these beat cops.
One of these beat cops. His name is Tiny Eddie.
Okay, Tiny Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, add him to your friends list. Tiny Eddie. a blue coat on the beat.
Tiny Eddie.
And we're gonna uncheck the thing. You'll have to do something to make him like a close
okay.
friend. But
Okay, I get you.
yeah, you just
That's
know.
what the arrows mean.
So that sounded like consort.
Sure.
And you get an extra dice because you know this guy. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Cool. So 2 dice.
2 dice.
I guess it's controlled, or is it risky?
There's no real effect level.
Yeah.
Reduce heat's just a straight up roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey.
So we knock it down 3 steps. So I mean, if you keep it quiet, you can keep from getting a wanted level. All right, so we got 1 coin left. If we're done with downtime, we can do XP. I'm gonna start with Ghoul.
Hey, what's up?
Our neighborhood cannibal. Ghoul, we got all your desperate rolls. You made quite a few. When you address a tough challenge with technical skill or chaos. Did you do any of that?
I don't think so.
Well, you made Besson into a cocaine fiend who went running around diving out a window. That was pretty fucking chaotic.
I guess so.
And then you pumped yourself full of crazy drugs that were threatening to rip your body apart. I think you got 2 XP, actually.
Okay.
I think you did quite a bit of technical skill and chaos. But did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
No, not really.
Okay, let me make another argument.
Yep, go ahead.
There was a piece of wood sharpened by splintering.
Oh.
And an actual weapon, but it was too big and unwieldy, so you chose the finesse option.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, I think that comes out of being a red sash.
And also, I would argue, this may be something... No, actually, this is something different. Never mind.
Okay.
So don't mind me.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the next thing. Because I think you definitely struggled with issues from your vice.
Yes, and you definitely did that before you say no. A man almost shot you in the back of the head before you knew it. That's exactly how you give yourself trouble, using your vice in the middle of a mission, right? So you got another XP for that.
Cool. I got 4 XP.
Yeah. That should be all of that. Yeah. And next we'll do Slab. Now Slab, before I forget, if you do not indulge your vice during downtime, you take stress equal to your level of trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, so just 1 stress for you.
Right.
I mean, when you have trauma, your back's up against the wall. When you have 0 stress, you're just going to get the 1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
I think I did. I helped with the coercion. To be fair, Gould did most of the coercion. But I addressed 3 guys with pistols with violence.
Yeah.
Didn't work out, but I still did it.
Yeah, I mean, that was both of those. I think you got 2 XP for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't really think so. Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. We'll get a chance for you to do some military engineer stuff. Hopefully, you get to collapse a building on some people.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Nope. Next session, I think that'll happen a bit more.
Cool. And you definitely got you got your desperate rolls in there. Okay, and Christoph.
So,
Did you address a challenge with? Oh, it cuts off. Tracking or violence?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you got 2.
Got 2.
You tracked quite a bit, and you shot a man to death. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I mean, does talking to my dude count?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an XP for that. Did we struggle with issues from the vice or traumas? Well, we did, but not in the way that the game means. Did you inform them about Holtz Maradon yet?
I don't think so.
Let's hold on to it. It'll all make sense, guys. Everything will become clear. I gotta work on I'm gonna practice this week. I gotta work on my stuff.
I just know he's gonna come up at some point too. I hope it's like a different party that runs into him though. They're just like, what the fuck is this guy?
What the hell?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
And last thing we need to do is XP for the crew. Did we execute a successful smuggling or acquire new clients or contraband sources? No.
What?
Because the Hive is a smuggling ring.
Yeah.
So no, not quite.
Oh, that's why they hired us. Because this isn't really their thing, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the crew doesn't... I mean, it's already a level 4, tier 4 faction. And by the way, keep this in mind. So you guys are like, whoa, man, we have to fight these guys. They have cohorts. You can use their cohorts. Right. They have a quality 4 group of Dagger Isles mercenaries called the Bright Wolves who work for them.
God damn it.
They are fearsome and independent, but principled and unreliable. Now, they may not be cool with you, like, turning into a fiendish, bloodthirsting monster, but they are quality 4, and they are not to be trifled with, also. Yeah, and they've got wagon trains and canal boats. You can use their hunting grounds for contraband to get money, all that stuff. Yeah. I know I didn't tell you all guys that. I'm not, berating you. But, yeah, I wanted to see you guys do some stuff on your own first. But you can totally use all of their resources. So, speaking of which, we didn't really improve the quality or variety of the hunting grounds. Did we bolster the crew's reputation or develop a new one? I think maybe you did. Because their reputation is not violent.
Well, it is now.
This is true.
Yeah, so the crew's ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, and strange. So they were definitely savvy before. Because Djera Maha, as we said, came up the hard way in the life. And she knows what she's doing. But yeah, we are definitely going to add brutal. They are definitely now brutal, and they're going to mark an XP for that. And did we contend with challenges above your station? No, not at all. Not for the gang, anyway. Alright, so they got 1 XP. That's that. All right, guys. It got rough, man. It got rough.
Yeah. It's funny, like, just yesterday, as a whisper, we broke into the archive under like Char Hollow.
Yeah.
And got out with a demon, and without suffering barely any consequences. Here we try and rough up a guy who owns a dog kennel.
We all get shot to death. Yeah.
It's a rough.
Yeah, that's. I
I mean,
mean,
that sounds like that's the quintessential Blades in the Dark experience, in my experience.
yeah.
Like,
I that's why I keep myself as honest as possible. That's why when I was with Mason, when I was talking to Mason earlier about like, what action are you rolling? And he was like, well, what do you think it is? And I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. Because if I start to choose your actions, right, I'm going to make you roll shit that you're not good at. And the game is already going to fucking murder you even when you're trying to roll your best stats. Right, so, yeah. But, yeah, Blades. I love how it swings.
Yeah.
I think you'll get it together, though. We'll get it together. That was almost perfect. That was almost flawless. You were right on the cusp.
Yeah, it was close enough.
Just one thing got out of control. We'll be fine. Also, Kristoff should have shot those guys before they went inside, but...
I mean, I thought our guys had it, and in my defense, nobody died.
Just imagine, though, like, if you lined up the shot when they're going in the door, right, and they get single file, when you roll the crit, 3 for 1. And then you're a legend.
I really wanted to take the upper hand thing where you're like, basic. It's like superhuman shooting, and then just like I don't even know what that would be with flintlock pistols, but somehow just like machine gunning nerds.
It's not actually called Ehon, is it?
No,
Okay. I mean,
I think it's just called sharpshooter or something goofy.
Well, when you do get it, I need you to call it Ehon timing.
Yeah, okay.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for playing. That's the last nerd reference for me. Bye.
Thank you, man, for running.
Well,
See you guys.
yeah. See ya. Bye.